Hello and welcome. Today we've got Alan Fountain, and today we are going to be discussing CERN and the Ascension, and also 17 coming back. Alan, thank you for joining me, sir. How are you and what have you been up to?
Hi, Nicholas. Things are great. I see a lot of positive things coming in our movement and a lot of the work that we put together as truthers out there. Great things are happening right now. We're in that next phase of the energy and frequency and vibration of this movement. It's moving forward with fantastically. I'm excited.
So let's talk about CERN, because I know CERN has been now taken over by the White Hats. And do you, first of all, for the viewers who are watching for the first time, welcome. Would you like to explain to those, what is CERN, where is it, and what were the Black Hats doing with it, and what are now the White Hats doing with it?
All right. Keep in mind that I am like they say someone has a jack of all trades. I'm a jack of a little bit of content from all topics. So I'm going to give you, I studied it the last few days, and my collective consciousness helps me when I am talking about topics. So if you're an expert out there and you find something a little that could be corrected in my content, that's okay. I'm giving an overview to entice people to go research on their own. But I'm going to tell you what I've learned. We do know that CERN had some symbology and imagery of some of the signs that associate it with the CABAL and some of their intentions. We know that CERN is a hydro collider that is used by physicists to conduct particle experiments. They're trying to discover any unknown particles. One of the first experiments that happened when they did their first experiment 10 years ago was to try to find the Higgs boson particle, which was a mathematical equation that was done by Higgs in the 60s, which was a theory based on a missing particle. So what we have is the universe. So they're trying to discover what is holding the universe together. Because if the universe is not stable, what could make the universe go into a black hole? What could make the universe disappear? So they're trying to find all these particles that happened allegedly during the Big Bang. So during the Big Bang, so they were going to simulate this experience. They did that, and they came up with the formula of what the mathematical equation for this Higgs formula was. So here we have two different theories. The supersymmetry theory, which says that our universe is a finite, controlled, contained by all known particles, and the Higgs boson particle, which is a mathematical, which is a GeV, is 125.3, which goes between the equation of the supersymmetry and the theory of a multiverse. So we see all these things coming out in the movie, like with some of the fictional movies that are talking about the multiverse. So here we have the multiverse, which means there's many universes out there, many duplications of us, other planets, other beings, a Star Trek reality, which I think we really have. I'm getting more and more convinced that we have been a prison planet. We've been closed off from the rest of the universe, that this theory of the galactic cosmic realities are true. So what was going on at CERN? They had allegedly intended to open, the demonic ones, to open a portal to hell. They were going to let in the devil, and they were going to rule Earth. And then we have these two dueling energy factions, God and Satan. So the cabal, the deep state, who had taken over dominion of Earth and was gaslighting the world in their politics, their religion, their entertainment, everything. They had been ruling Earth. The 17 movement that has come along, and we're getting benevolent assistance from our light being cosmic galactics and the archangel, the angelic realm. See, we've been so confused and gaslighted by the cabal, who was running control, the Khazarian mafia, the IMF. These are the persons that are in service of self. The two divisions are service of self, which is the black hat. Then we have service of others. The white hats are the angelics. So when you're talking in the spirit realm, the angelics, the light beings, the different of beings like the Pleiadians, the Lyrians. These people are helping. These beings are helping with the benevolent Whitehead operation, Valiant Thor. Then you have the dark energy people in service of self from the spirit realm, plus their cabal politics are the liberal agenda, the Soros agenda. All of that was part of this blackmail bribery system. Jeffrey Epstein. So these were the two battling things. So CERN was a physics construct that they were going to use to open up a portal or a gateway to hell to keep this Earth reality under the control of the cabal. But the 17 movement has come in with our cosmic light being teams out in the galactic world, along with the angelic realm, the advocates for God and the light. They've come in and they're now in control of CERN. So they're about to do an experiment on July 5th, where they're going to have the largest bang that's ever been done in our reality to see what new particles could come. So it's my feeling and my discernment that we already know all this stuff, because of our advanced intelligence coming through the Pleiadians, through all these light being galactic advanced civilizations that already knew this stuff. We had other civilizations like Atlantis, Tartaria, that in our past lived with all of this technology and truth. That the dark ones, when they came in, the Anunnaki and the reptilians and the Draco from the Orion Belt, when they came in and helped our Earth masters make it a loose harvesting energy stealing prison planet, they had been working for that energy of the dark side. So now this next collision that's about to happen on July 5th, they don't give us all the information. I think what it's going to do is it's going to discover the missing particles that are known to prove a multi-universe, so that we can start having conversations about our galactic brothers and friends from a scientific perspective that is in our reality. We know that the Galactic Codex or the Cosmic Codex or the universal laws of the multi-planetary federations, et cetera, you have to tell the public what's happening. So they can't come in and change things for us. They can assist us help ourselves. So we've got this information. So I think what's going to happen in this experiment on July 5th, no one's telling us what is going to happen. I think because of what we know that's going on with the 17 movement and the ascension of Earth from a 3D Archon controlled density to a 4D, 5D density, which is higher vibration, which starves out the Archon. I think the Collider is going to give us in our reality the proof of these particles that hold the universe together. I anticipate they're going to discover some other fantastic information that's going to allow us to move into opening up a wormhole that will that is shaped like a trumpet, and all these things that are biblically from the Bible that are true about trump, the trumpet, these harmonics, all these things like we talked about when we talked about the secret room at Mar-a-Lago, which was about frequency vibration and how you can use these hidden technologies for benevolent purposes. I think this collide is going to open up new information where we can start rapidly telling the people the truth and bring out our cosmic reality. So I think great things are about to happen.
So basically what you're saying is that this technological system called CERN, which, by the way, which country was it? Do you know which country?
It's in Switzerland.
Switzerland, that's it. They're using it. It uses a type of quantum engineering properties, if you like, which has an impact on the universe and the vibrations on Earth and where we're going with harvesting fear or harvesting or even being in a love frequency and changing the timelines, if you like, because the deep state knows.
I suspect timeline is right.
Because the deep state, or the billionaires that control, the evil billionaires that control everything in this world, like the banking, like the health, like everything, the media, they've always been in control, and they know the laws of the universe because it's been hidden from us. They know who built the pyramids. They know what they were used for, and they have rewritten history. And that's why war was part of destroying history in certain places of the world to, you know, get us to forget who we, human, come from.
Right on. You're right on the money there. Thank you for including the timeline possibilities with this CERN instrument. CERN is a 17-mile, isn't that interesting? It's 17 miles long. So 17 miles of this collider that goes across. It has 4 different directions that it can go. And what happens is there's 4 different categories. One of them is called, I think it's alias. There's 4 different subcategories of where these beams can go. This particular beam is going to be they've used larger beams to smash in the past. This is going to be a very small, what we call it in the fashion industry, dinar, but it's the width and the circumference of the beam is going to be the smallest ever done. And what it's going to do is this 17-mile long of super magnets. This super magnets force these protons and these parts that make up the particles and atoms of the beam at such an intense rate. It's going to go around these 17 miles and it's going to collide, and they're going to be able to record any new particles that come out. I think they already know from our galactic friends what the truth is. We just have, I think they are teaching us how to execute this experiment so that we can document it in our reality, what they already know, so that it can become part of our Earth history so that we can now move forward. This is the precursor to teleportation, by the way, of taking your particles in your body and being able to, in the future, teleport. So these are magnificent times in that we have the physical technology to and the infrastructure with this CERN to go ahead and do that now. The fact that the white hats are in control and we've taken over Earth, we're just waiting. A lot of the public is not to where you and I are, and the white hats and the super soldiers and the star seeds and the lights and the super soldiers and the star seeds and the lights and the super soldiers and the star seeds and the light workers. They're not up to where we are. Your audience is learning that. We're still in this movie simulation. So while the movie simulation is going on, we're going to still go through this near-death experience so that the other people raise their vibration. So the timeline thing was a key thing. I think that this CERN collide is going to also help align us into a benevolent timeline and close us into that benevolent timeline. I wish I knew more about physics. I'm coming from my my 17 movement, higher consciousness, intuition to try to hypothesize what I think is happening. And when you said timelines, that's been my key too. I think it's going to secure our timeline and lock us into this current timeline. I've been watching videos that they say that the Mandela effect, that we're going to get some fuckery coming out here right after this collide. We're going to start seeing things with the Mandela effect, things with the Mandela effect, things with the Mandela effect, and weird changes. So we'll see what happens.
So